Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back once again to your boy's channel. We back with another video. And I gotta talk to y'all, man, because I was thinking about this yesterday as I was doing my little research. And Fast and the Furious 10 Part 2 doesn't look like it's coming at all. Apparently, Universal does not want to cough up the dough. They actually want to pull money out of the movie rather than put money into it. And I know the next one is or was supposed to be set in LA. And I believe from what I read, there's some issues with like taxes and stuff when it comes to LA. I guess it's pretty expensive to shoot movies there. So that's another reason that the movie hasn't gone into production. There's no script. I don't think they even have a director. And it got me thinking back to Vin Diesel's announcement that he made, I believe, this past summer about the movie, and saying he was on his way. And I think he prematurely made that announcement simply because he wanted to get the fans, you know, to get behind the movie and try to maybe push Universal into making it, right? And obviously that didn't happen. In my personal opinion, I don't really think anybody cares anymore about the Fast and the Furious franchise. I think when you talk to people and they hear about it and they're like, "Oh, it's still going on," I thought that thing ended a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's still going. The last movie ended in 2023, which I did like, by the way. I liked the 2023 movie that we got. I liked Dante Reyes. Um, I liked the character. As goofy and crazy as he was acting, I liked how the team was broken up and how they just weren't, with each other, and they had to try and figure out how to, get past each obstacle that Dante put in their way. And so, in my personal opinion, do I want to see the last installment right now? No, honestly, I don't really care anymore. It would have been cool if they would have did it this year, because obviously it would have been a couple years after the last one, so it would have made sense, right? But as of right now, I'm like, man, I really don't care. And so, that's what I think a lot of people are saying. They don't care. Um, like I said, Universal wants to pull money out of the film. And the research I was doing, the article I read said that, uh, they were looking to cut back spending on this movie. So that means it would mean lesser roles for some of the returning cast or no roles for whoever is going to return to it, because they weren't putting a bunch of money into it. I guess the movies haven't been making what the studio thought it was gonna make. I guess it hasn't made a whole bunch of money or what the studio expected since maybe what Fast Seven. And to me, that's where they should have stopped. That's where they should have ended. As soon as Paul Walker had his swing song, his send off, that's where they should have stopped at right there. Um, Fast Eight, I believe, is one where they had Charlie Theron. Sorry if I pronounce your last name wrong, where she had blackmailed Dom and Dom ended up joining her. I believe that was the eighth film, right? Ninth film they had his brother Jacob, and then 10th was Dante, right? I didn't really like eight, didn't really care for nine, did like 10. Wasn't happy with them killing off Vin Diesel's brother. But they could always make a comeback. The only other issue I really had with Fast 10 was the fact that it looked like it's gonna be a team up with Charlie Theron, Letty, and who's the chick who played Gal Gadot? Gal Gadot. Obviously, her character came back. The only reason I honestly really want to see the movie is just to see a reunion between Gal Gadot and Han. Obviously those two being the lovebirds for since Fast Five, right? That's the only reason I want to see it. Other than that, there's no other reason I really want to see it. The cliffhanger, yes. At the time it ended, and then eventually, as time went on, I was like, all right, they look like we're getting it, and I'm okay with that. So, I just want to give you my thoughts on why I don't think we're getting this movie. Like I said, the money that Universal doesn't want to spend. The fans not really caring. There's really no uproar, or at least I ain't talked to anybody that said, hey, we want another Fast and the Furious film. There's no fan uproar. The money they ain't trying to spend, I just feel like it's dead in the water. You know what I'm saying? It's been over. It should have been over, I believe, after Fast 7. Some executive that worked for the company said the movie wasn't supposed to even, the franchise wasn't supposed to last this long. I think it was supposed to be like a one and done kind of thing. But then eventually they kept doing another and another and another. And here we are with Fast 10, possibly part 2 being the last one. Maybe coming out in 2027, I believe. April is when Vin Diesel said. And then of course they had the spin off with The Rock and I forgot the other guy's name. Sorry, but yeah, the spin off with The Rock, and I think people were looking at that. Was that going to get a sequel? And it didn't go anywhere. And so here we are with you know the last Fast and the Furious film, leaving off on a cliffhanger. And I think the Universal have planned on doing more sequels of some of the other characters in the films. And obviously, it don't look like we're getting that either. So, it looked like it's the end of the Fast and the Furious franchise, which I'm completely okay with. I think they fulfilled their duties with getting it to 10 films. I believe that's what Paul Walker wanted, so they succeeded at that. But at the end of the day, the franchise, the wheels have come off. It's run out of gas, out of steam, whatever analogy you want to use. Nobody is looking for the next Fast and the Furious film. I'm sorry, I mean, and nobody really cares anymore, man. I don't know any hardcore Fast and the Furious franchise fan. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, post your comments down below. Let me know what you all think. Do y'all think that we're gonna get another one? Do y'all think this is the end of the franchise? Post some comments down below. Let me know what you all think. Also, let me know which one was your favorite. Me personally, the fifth one was my favorite, followed by I believe 10, and then whatever other one comes after that. I'll have to go back and check them out. But post your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you on the next video, and I'm out. Peace.